Hi, welcome back to Jen Loves Nursing. The universe just does not want me to get this video out there because I have tried to film it like 15 times in the last 3 days and it's just not happening. So let's see. If it happens, it will be uploaded and hopefully you will see it. So, and sorry my head's kind of cut off. I'm trying to get my background to be my headboard of my bed because I kind of like the way that looks. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. There we go. Okay, today's video is nursing school Q&A, and I've compiled these questions from the questions I was asked for my nursing school interview and from allnurses.com. And by the way, if you don't use allnurses.com, you totally should. And I was not paid to say this because who would pay me to say anything? I just use it. I love it. I've met some awesome people in there. It is for pre-nursing students. It's for nursing students. It's for prospective nursing students. It's for nurses. It's a forum where people with one common interest get together and give each other advice, help, and it's amazing. So it's a combination of the two. And I need to preface that not all schools require interviews. I think usually schools that take a little more than just test scores into consideration do interviews usually. So, and my school does. The test scores were not like a huge percentage of how you get in. It was like work experience. It was the whole package. So, number one, tell us about you. So, this is a time for you to tell them your educational goals, the family support you have, what you have under your belt as far as schooling goes. This is not a time for you to say, hey, my name is Jen and I want to be a nurse. Okay, you're sitting in front of a nursing panel trying to get into nursing school. They know you want to be a nurse. So just FYI, get to the important stuff, not necessarily that I want to be a nurse. Number two, why do you want to be a nurse? This is the passion portion, I want to call it, okay? This is not a time to say, I love helping people, and that's why I want to be a nurse. Honey, if you don't love helping people, you are in the wrong profession because you are going to be helping people in the worst of situations. So you have to at least like helping people, and that's a given. I just think that's such a generic and overused answer, and this is such a personal question, and everybody has their own reasoning behind being a nurse. I can't even tell you what to say because everybody has a different reason. But I also need to say that nursing is more than just learning a bunch of terms and conditions. It's passion, and they want to see that passion. Especially the schools that have interview process, they want to see your passion. They want to know that they're going to invest the right time into the right person. So number three, why vocational nursing? This could be why associate's degree program, why bachelor's degree program. This is a time to be honest. And I say that within reason. Be honest, but not too honest. Like let's say you believe, like, I would never go in, I'm going into a vocational nursing program for my own reasons, but let's say you think, oh, I would never go into an LVN program or an LPN program. What a waste of my time. Or let's say you're going into an LVN program, and this is not me, because you don't think you're smart enough to get into a bachelor's degree program. Don't say that. There's a logical reason why you're sitting at this panel right now. Why have you chosen this school? You've done your research. Tell them. They want to hear it. They want to know. Okay? You got this. You got this. Seriously. The key is to sound eloquent and eloquent, passionate, smooth, but not over-rehearsed. Key. Number four, tell us a time when you were faced with a difficult situation and what was the result. If possible, use a clinical situation. I could have used a clinical situation, and I did to an extent. Because of HIPAA regulations, I'm not going to go into what I said, but I used my current employer as an example of a time where we disagreed or there was a misunderstanding, and the result was we just need to have better communication. And now we have an open form of communication, and our working lives are so much better, and we are just great friends. Well, you know what I mean. if you can't use a clinical situation, talk about a time with a professor or a fellow student or a coworker or a boss. These are all good uses of question. Number 5, integrity. You are most always going to be mostly always, that doesn't sound quite right, going to be asked about an integrity question. I was asked about cheating. I'm paraphrasing this by saying that they said, you go to sit down for a test and you catch your neighbor looking over at your paper, trying to peek at your answers. What do you do? It doesn't take a genius to know that cheating and plagiarizing are punishable by expulsion in all schools, not just nursing programs. So it would behoove you to say that cheating is not within your moral compass. And even if you don't believe that, if you want to get into nursing school, that should be the answer you should say, because if you don't say that, they're going to X you out right then and there. Cheating is not okay, and I don't believe in cheating. It's not okay, and I don't think other people should benefit from my hard work. And being kind of type A personality, studying, I want to benefit from my work, and others don't need to. So, I basically told them the first time I would quietly remind them that this is not a group project, and the second time it happens, I would say the same thing again, and then afterwards I would go to the instructor and let them know that we had a problem. Number 6, how do you manage your time? How do you juggle home responsibilities with school obligations? This was not a hard one for me because I have 3 children. I work full time. I have 3 little children that are in kindergarten, 1st grade, and one's not even in school yet, who sees a babysitter when I'm at school. I have a husband who works. I work. We have to be very organized, and if we're not, everything falls to the wayside. I have a huge, I call it a mommy calendar that I use, but it's not just a mommy calendar. It's like mommy's classes, mommy's work, daddy's work, kids' school. I am prepared, let me tell you. So just tell them what you do, honestly. If you've made it this far, you have a plan of action that you've done to get this far. So let them into what that is. My most dreaded question, number 7, 3 strengths and 3 weaknesses. This was on my actual application, not my interview. Okay, so my 3 strengths. I said I learn very quickly, and I do. I catch on really quickly. I have the ability to retain information and execute skills as needed, and I'm usually the first person to volunteer to try, most always. Number 2, I have amazing time management skills because I do have 3 children. I am in college with potential nursing school and being married and us both working. It would be impossible to have all this without a plan, and I told them that. Number 3, I consider myself a perfectionist. Oh no, I'm very optimistic, and I always see the glass full. I must say, being in college and coming this far in college has totally boosted my confidence, and life could be a lot worse because I'm loving life right now. I'm super optimistic. Things are always going to work out. I feel it in my bones. And then my 3 weaknesses. So I've heard several accounts of what you should do. I heard one person say, don't ever admit that you have a weakness. Are you crazy? And then I've heard another person say, I worked for HR, and the best people were the people who told me that they had weaknesses and they were true to those weaknesses, and those are the ones that got the job, and I love it. And those are like extremes to me. I'm somewhere in the middle where I want to shape my weakness into a positive situation. You know what I'm saying? And so this is what I chose. I consider myself a perfectionist, and this plays to my disadvantage in group situations because I have a irrational fear that that others lack of studying or others lack of time put into their project is going to fall badly onto me and make me look badly. I have a hard time with group situations because of that, and I tend to want to jump in and just like fix. Number 2, I work well in stressful situations and constructive working situations, but as soon as things get boring, my attention starts to wander. But as long as things are constructive, I'm okay. See how I didn't just say stressful? I said constructive. And then I tend to be hypercritical of myself, and it sometimes causes a struggle within me. This goes hand in hand with me being a perfectionist. So those are my 3 strengths and my 3 weaknesses that I said. What have you done to prepare for nursing school? This, again, was easy for me because, my husband and I have sat down and decided literally day by day who will be taking kids to school and who will be picking them up. And a reason why I chose this nursing program is because I can pick my kids up from school. And I can pick my kids up from school every single day, and I stinking love that about this program. So my husband and I have an open form of communication with each other and with like his parents who are going to be helping us out. And we've totally prepared on our mommy calendar for the possibility of me getting into this nursing program. Number 9, conflict management. I was not asked this question. I actually asked them this question. Let me tell you what I mean. When I worked at Intermountain Medical Center in Murray, and I think I could say the name because I don't work there anymore, I interviewed for 2 floors, neurology and surgical transplant. I interviewed for these floors within like an hour of each other, and I was offered both positions. And they both asked me the same question, and I took this with me. I put it in my pocket, and I take it out every time I'm at an interview because, oh man, did I learn a lot from this. So basically the neurology, and okay, I'll tell you in a minute. The neurology nurse manager handed me a paper, asked me to read it, and then told me what I would do. It was a paper basically saying that, or how I felt about what the paper said. It was a paper basically saying that if I had a problem with somebody, I needed to go to that person directly and figure it out and let bygones be bygones. And if we couldn't figure it out, then go to the nurse manager. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. We're professionals. We are adults. If we've made it this far in our lives, we can sit down and come up with a common agreement. I totally agree. The other nurse manager in surgical transplant completely disagreed. She agreed that we needed to go to her for everything. I ended up taking the surgical transplant job because I thought that I would have, and I did. I got so much out of it. I saw it as more of a med-surg unit, and so I would have a wider variety of cases coming in. And let me tell you, I don't know because I haven't been to nursing school yet, but I feel more prepared than I would have been without that job. I mean, seriously, it was awesome. But the one thing I will take away from that is that floor is the conflict management resolution issues we had there. It was horrible, and I'll leave it at that. So I always ask that question. Number 10, why did you choose our school? Honesty, again, within reason. Why did you choose this school? I can't tell you why you chose your school. I have already told you why I chose my school. I told them the exact same thing. I didn't necessarily say I am waitlisted for an RN program, but I did tell them that after this RN program is over, I want to advance place into an RN program, and then I want to get my BSN. Possible question you could be asked, a situational, prioritize these patients by acuity. I've been asked that in interviews before, for nursing interviews, for CNA work. You're given like patient A, patient B, patient C. You're given their illness by acuity, and then call light goes off. This person, blah, 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 blah. Which one would you prioritize first? And you always do it by acuity. Who has the highest acuity is you're going to go see them first. Who has the lowest acuity, you're going to see them last. Always. And then do not leave without asking them a ton of questions. I mean, bombard them with questions. That's how they're going to remember you. If you leave and say, I think that's it, I can't think of anything, you are going to be washed aside, my friend. Ask some questions. I asked these questions. So you have the right to know what the education of your instructors are going to be. So I asked, where did you guys go to school? What is your education? I asked them their clinical sites. I asked what the patient to student nurse ratio would be in the beginning, what it would be in the middle, and what it would be as we graduate. We have to have upwards of 6 patients, be able to take care of 6 patients towards the end of school. On the excuse me, on the website it says that we need to expect between 10 and 15 hours of homework outside of school. And I asked if this was correct, and they basically said it depended on me. I asked what their stance was on working outside of school. I asked them about the conflict management because they didn't ask me. And then it went on and on from there. I mean, we seriously had an awesome conversation. And you guys, this is what the whole video comes down to. I had my interview last Friday at 10:30 for my nursing school, and it went amazing. I walked in, and the girl that came out before me said, "Jen!" And I said, "Yes? Yes?" She goes, "Jen loves nursing. I watched your video. It was really awesome." I'd never been, you know, like, seen before. And honestly, it was a lady that I talked to on allnurses.com who had seen my videos. It was so awesome. That was the best start to my interview process. They set aside about 15 to 20 minutes for your interview. Mine was about 35 minutes. I brought my portfolio. You can check out my portfolio video. I find out December 31st if I get in or not, and I'm super nervous. I will let you guys know as soon as I can. But guys, good luck to you out there. We are all in this together. I love this cute little community of nursing students, pre-nursing students that we've become to each other, and I wish you all the luck in your nursing school endeavors, in your prerequisite endeavors. I've been there. And I do it because I truly have a passion for nursing. I have never in my life felt that there is a career better suited for me. And that is the one thing that we all have in common, is our passion for nursing. And wouldn't it be great if we had like a YouTube nursing like get together years to come when we're all old and have been in the nursing field forever? It's so great that YouTube gives us the ability to come together as a common interest factor and get to know one another and help each other. So thanks for watching again. Until next time, you know, I love you guys, and please subscribe. I put out videos as often as I can every week or so. I've been trying to put this one up forever, like I said. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.